Hello, welcome to Toffee TV as we look at the player ratings for Norwich, talk Norwich and stuff. I'm a little bit unfamiliar with this Norwich team, so Baz is going to do most of this because he's the expert of the show. He does so much research with that arm
His words, not mine.
He's decimated it. Right, let's get into this Norwich team. We can only base it on the last team, because that's the one on my phone. John Ruddy, a player that we tried to give a leg up to. We bought him young, tried to make him a good goalkeeper. And I think he is a good goalkeeper now, and he should be playing for us, but he's not, so unfortunately. John Ruddy, what would you give him, a rating?
Out of 10, 8. I think he's good. He's a good English keeper, yeah. I think he's got a big presence about him. He's got, probably like most goalies, he's got the odd mistake in him. But, you know, compared to our goalie who's got about 300 mistakes in a season, then... Yeah, now, Ruddy's a good keeper, you know, big and strong. He's a good goalie. So, for me, I'd probably give him an 8. I think he's one of the better ones, definitely, in the Premier League. English, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, put in the England team as well. Russell Martin, defender.
Decent football.
Scored some goals as well.
Scored against Liverpool, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, therefore, he's going to get loads of love from me. Russell Martin, good footballer. Good in possession. 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Ryan Bennett, another young defender. Norwich got a lot of young English players.
I'll be honest with you, I've seen bits and pieces of Bennett, so I might be doing him a disservice.
He's only actually played one game, so
there you go. So I've nearly seen
this is hard. This is
5 out of 10. Only you tell. I'll probably miles wrong because you're probably going to tell me that he's great, but I've not seen him. I've seen Matt of the day and
Sebastian Basong.
Seen him at Spurs.
Who, when he went to Norwich, I think he was boss when he went to Norwich. I think he really helped them. Really helped them last season. Solid defender.
He's good at Spurs.
Yeah,
he was good at Spurs, but he's another one. He's a little bit prone to a mistake, isn't he? But he's a good athlete. Good in the air. I don't know, 6.
I'm going to give him a 6. I just think he is 6.5 to a 7 maybe. He's a solidish defender, but he's got a mistake.
What is he? 6 or a 7?
6.34. 6. He's a 6. Right, let's move on. Robbie Brady, who obviously come from Hull.
It's Irish.
Decent player.
He's a good player.
Decent player. Got a lot of skill.
Wasn't he at Man United first?
I think he might have been. Bit inconsistent, bit in and out. On his day, he's a good player, but what do you think?
Robbie Brady. I liked him at Hull. He was good at Hull. I haven't seen that much of him at Norwich, but he's a decent signing.
6. Moving on. Nathan Redmond, I think he's the standout player for Norwich. Brilliant
Quality.
Player. Young English right back, right midfielder. Gets up the pitch. He's got 4 goals so far this season.
Right back.
He played right. I think he started
right wing back.
But he starts. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
Right,
it depends on where depends who how.
Redmond is quality.
Yeah,
Redmond is quality.
I
think there's more to come from him. I think he's got good feet. He's lightning. I remember he come on at Goodison a couple of years ago, and he was really. We were winning 2-0 at the time, and he created a few chances. He looked really sharp. We looked at him when he was at Birmingham City. Remember he made his debut against Everton for Birmingham when he was in a pre-season friendly and tore us apart. Really, he's a good player on the fringes of England, isn't he? You know, he's a bright prospect. 7.5.
I like him. I do like him.
7.5. Maybe an 8 because he is.
He's going to get better. He's going to get better. Like all players, unfortunately, we're in the same bracket. It mightn't be at your club. But I hope Norwich hold on to him. I really do. I think he's a really good player.
I think he'd be stupid to try and move all that. I think you've got to hold your place down for Norwich, tear it up for them for a few seasons, and then when he's a couple more years older, a bit more experienced, and doing it every week so that he's winning games for Norwich, then that's the time if teams come. Not the minute he has 3 or 4 good months, sets a couple of goals up, and then says bye to Norwich.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent, especially in the Premier League.
Over a little bit loyal as well.
Yeah.
Turn it in for a few years, did it?
Alexander Tete, Ghanaian midfielder.
if this is the kid that scored that wonder goal a couple of years ago, I think City with that volley.
I think he's a solid, solid player. I like him. I think he gets stuck in. He's an all-round midfielder. I think he was part of the Norwich team last time they were in the Premier League.
That's it. He scored. He scored a volley from about 40 yards.
And I think he was really, really good.
Go on then, rate him.
I will give him a 7. Johnny Howson, who I think the Norwich fans love.
Come from Leeds.
I think they love him. Came from Leeds.
Decent footballer. Probably 6.5.
6.5. Decent player. Solid player. Matthew Jarvis, obviously, come from West Ham. Is he on loan from West Ham still?
I don't know if they bought him, but I'm not sure. But he scored a few weeks ago, didn't he?
Yeah, he scored. He's only played 4 games so far. He's one of those players, Jarvis, on his day, he can be great. He's got loads of pace. He loves to whip a crossing. But he's so inconsistent. I just wish,
because he was good, wasn't he? He done okay for West Ham for a bit and then dropped off again. And I think he's the type of player who he'd be better just getting that half a yard and putting a cross in. Just get half a yard and put a cross in.
I suppose what he is, he's 29, 30 by the time the season finishes. He's one of those players that Norwich need. He's got loads of experience, got something to him, tracks, got a bit of pace. He's got that little bit of know-how as well. Been around the Premier League for a few years, so he's got that little bit of nous, which you need to fill your team with if you want to stay up. That's what you've got to have in your squad. You've got to have a lot of these players, whether they're playing or not. Norwich have got a lot of young players as well. So you've got to have those players in and around your squad. They've got to be your core players to help you stay up.
So, what do you rate them?
I will give him a 6. No, I think that's
fair.
I think that's fair, but I think he's
decent.
A player that obviously the Norwich fans rave about, Wes Hoolahan.
Good footballer.
Good player, but
what?
He's getting on a little bit. That's all.
He's
getting on a little bit.
Got about 5 assists already this season. Being Norwich's standout player, I think. He's definitely a danger to Everton. I'd give him a 7.5. Because I think in this team, along with Redmond, he is the man to watch out for. Good little player. Nearly went to Villa, didn't he? Villa wanted him. When Lambert went to Villa, he wanted him. And it looked like he was going to go there. So he's a good little player. So I give him 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. And also, I'm going to absolutely destroy this name, but Mbakuni. Is that right? Mbakani. There you go.
Just Bakani, I think.
Okay.
I think the M side.
Okay. He's only played a couple of games, but he scored a couple of goals.
Scored against Everton for Standard Liège.
There you go.
Years ago.
So if he scored a couple of goals already, that tells you that he's going to be a solid.
He's played in Belgium. I think he played in France. He's a big, strong kid up front. He's a threat in the air if you give him chances. He hasn't played enough. I don't think they haven't got him on the pitch enough at the moment. And he's the type of player that Norwich are going to need. If they're going to stay up, he needs to be on there because he's got the know-how, he knows how to put it in the net. And there's other players, obviously, like Malumbu and people like that who they've got. But Bakani, been around for a bit, I'd give him a 6.5 just because I haven't seen enough of him at Premier League level yet. But he's one of those.
Well, he's 30. He's actually 30.
He's been around for a number of years. He scored a lot of goals in his career as well. So see if he settles in, but he's definitely one who Norwich probably need.
Very quickly, let's just throw a couple of other players in who may have probably played this season. Well, Stephen Whittaker's played a lot of games actually. He's a solid 7, 6, 7.
6.5. He scored against us a couple of years ago, didn't he? In the first day, bent that one in. 6.5.
Cameron Jerome, centre forward, obviously bounced around a little bit.
It's a tough one this because he's got all the attributes to be a good. He's lightning. He's big and strong. I think he scored against Everton last year for Stoke, did he, or the year before? 6 because he's not consistent. I think if you could get more out of him, he would do better, and I think he'd be a higher score.
And to finish off, Graham Dorrans, sorry, yeah.
Linked with us when he was at West Brom. Decent footballer. 6.5. I think Malumbu they've got as well from West Brom. I think he's more like a 7. Big and strong, powerful midfield player. I'd be giving him a 7.
Decent squad, full of Premiership kind of players. A lot more, got a good core there. Done really well away from home. So I think with that squad, you might just stay up. So yeah,
it's all about that, for to get up, get established, get a couple of better players in, and build, isn't it? That's what it's for.
Definitely, yeah. Lots of 6 and 7 players there.
None of them know it's Jeremy Goss, are they? And Culverhouse and all of those kind of players. What a volley by
Jeremy Goss has got me. He's got me there, and he's got me there.
This son, but what a volley by Goss. Munich Stadium.
That was son, by the way. Right, these have been our Norwich ratings. I hope you've liked them. I don't think we've been too bad. Not like that other lot next door. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.